name is Marcus Wells. I'm from San Francisco, California. I currently live in Pittsburgh, California. Um, I was working for a company called USMC, Upside Management Company at the time, and I got a call or a message from Stephen Marshall with accidental concerning accidental life and insurance. And I don't usually take these calls. My wife is still asking me how I accepted this because she does all my insurance stuff. But um, I answered the call, and there was something about Stephen that just captured my attention. Um, I'm a very spiritual guy, so sometimes I really believe that people come together because that's what is divine in the making. But he started talking to me about the insurance and everything, and the first thing that really captured my attention was uh, just how open he was about his own life and and telling me about the what I could get from this insurance and what it means. But he was very open and honest. It did not at no time sound like a sales call. I most assuredly would have hung the phone up. I get calls all the time in the business that I'm in, and it was just something about it. It was from the beginning. It was just like talking to one of my buddies, and it was easy to get the information. We spent a long time on the phone for a uh, first time talking to somebody that's on the other side of the country. So what ended up happening was I got the insurance. I was paying the money, um, which again is something that I just don't do right off the bat, just meeting somebody. But he made me understand that it was something good for me. I'm 56 years old, getting ready to be 57. And, you start thinking about, you know, your mortality and taking care of yourself and your family. No way in the world, being a healthy guy, even at my age, I've never been hurt. I've always been physical in anything that I do. Nowhere did I think that a little over 4 months later that I would have a heart attack. Um, I've never had any heart related illnesses, high blood pressure, nothing. And as anyone would know, it was very, very dramatic. Um, I feel really blessed that um, the Lord has taken care of me and it kept me. But as soon as you think that you start recovering, then you start thinking about your financial matters. You start thinking about your family, um, all of those things that coincide with your mortality. And the one thing that I thought was to call Stephen. And I called him, and, to back up a little bit, doctor bills, all of these different things. Now, I had, my company medical, and my wife had some other insurance on me and stuff like that. But um, it's never enough, or it's never, you don't feel covered because the first thing, let me tell you about Stephen. I called him, and it was the first part of the reassurance about what I've been through, that somebody was listening to me. Uh, my job insurance, they don't want to talk. They just worried about the bills that they got to pay and all of this. I called Stephen, and it was just like the initial conversations that you have. His first concern was my health. And you cannot make that up. You know, I'm a 56-year-old black guy. You all the world be against you sometimes, and when you get a comforting voice, when you get someone that actually cares about your well-being, not about the next payment on the policy, the can you hook somebody else up with me or anything like that. It was just he asked me how I was doing, and we had shared some things why about his health in the initial conversation. So uh, I felt a little bit of a kinship, and it was just welcoming. It was just welcome. It was just again like I was calling my buddy, hey man, I had a heart attack. And he gave the buddy back to me and walked me through it because I've been paying the principal. I don't know nothing about filling out the paperwork. I don't know nothing about that. But he gave me what I needed to do, and then I went on the Colonial Accidental Life website, and again, it was very welcoming. The website's easy to navigate. Everybody that I talked to, I never got the runaround, and I started getting emails back from Colonial about things that I need to do. Um, I've talked to Stephen a few times. I just talked to him last night. It's just been very comforting in this whole process. I'm still healing. My confidence, uh, just on life, is shattered a little bit, but the shining star in this whole thing is Stephen Marshall and Colonial Accidental and Life Insurance, and it's just been great. It's just been great, and you know, personally, um, I would recommend Stephen. I would recommend Colonial. Um, it's I would just recommend them, and I don't like being responsible for sending anybody nowhere about anything because I'm just as skeptical about everything as anybody else. But this has been truly a life-changing experience. Um, I feel like I've invested my money in myself, and it's really good. I'm doing this voluntarily. Um, None of this is forced. It's not, and it's just anyone that happens to look in on this as uh, as wanting to choose to go with Colonial. I would recommend it, but I would truly recommend that you talk to Stephen because it's not a business call with him; it's a personal call, and he never did sell me anything that I didn't need. He talked to me about what was best for me, and that was the best part. Um, I could have just got life insurance, and you know, he explained to me why the other things were important: the critical illness, the doctor's visit, and all of those different things. That I have 3 or 4 different life insurances that won't do nothing for me until I die. But if I'm just sick, if uh, if I'm just sick, if I'm off work and everything, he helped me take care of all of those things. And that's I can sit here and I can talk to you all day long. Um, and I like to do that about things that interest me, that I care about. But um, my experience with Stephen and Colonial Life has been excellent. It's been it's been excellent. And this time, I say one more time, and this has been a life changing month, a little bit over a month. And the bright star is Stephen Marshall and Colonial Life, Accidental Life. Thank you so much.